Hey guys, today we're gonna install a Cipher auto harness bar on a 2016 WRX. Harness bar kit comes with the main crossbar, 2 support rods, 2 brackets, and the hardware. Let's get started. First thing I'm working on electrical, disconnect the battery before anything. We do not want to get shocked. After that, wait about 15 minutes and then you're good to go. First thing we're going to start with is taking off the seat belt, the plastic. You want to push down in the middle and lift up from the bottom.
Next, we're going to remove the side panel. Start by prying the weather stripping enough to get your fingers under and pry the hooks on the side. Do this all the way until you reach the lower door trim. Pop up the first clip and make sure you do this to both sides, and the panel should pop out easily. To loosen the B-pillar panel, we'll need a 10mm and a 14mm socket. Use the 10mm to loosen the lower bolt. Then grab your 14 to remove the bolt on the seatbelt. Now you should be able to get enough space behind the B-pillar panel to fit a wrench in there and loosen the 14mm bolt under there. It has a lock washer behind the bracket, so you won't be able to take the bolt out completely, but that's fine. We only need to pry it enough to slide the harness bar bracket behind it anyways. Okay, time to assemble the harness bar. First, you're going to insert the swivel brackets into the main crossbar ends. Something very important to note is that the smaller angle of the swivel bracket must be facing up to fit properly. If you're having any fitment issues, make sure the brackets are on the right way. Then you're going to grab one of the small bolts and a washer, insert it into the ends, and make sure you don't tighten too much, and repeat. Alright, time to install. You're going to pry the bracket behind the B-pillar panel and insert the harness bar bracket behind that. Then insert the bolt and tighten, but not too much. Now we're going to install the support rods. Use the longer bolt, a washer, and a 17mm socket to connect the rod and the main crossbar. The support rod holes are 2 different sizes. Make sure the small one goes on the bar and the larger one goes to the seatbelt bolt on the floor. Grab your 14mm socket and loosen the lower seatbelt bolts behind the carpet. Driver's side is already pre-cut to access it. there's going to be 2 spacers on the 14mm bolt and the lock washer. You're going to need something to cut it off or a flathead to pry it off. Remove 1 spacer, then insert the support rod, adjust the rod length if needed, and then bolt it back down and repeat. After which, tighten up the upper support rod joints and then tighten the main crossbar joints and the bracket. Passenger side will need to be cut about 2 inches down to get to the bolt. This side will be a little different since the seatbelt has a pre-tensioner. Make sure you remove the spacers, insert the support rod, then insert 1 spacer and bolt it back in. Okay, time to start cutting. For this step, you're going to have to remove the B-pillar panel. It's pretty simple. It's just 1 peen clip right under the panel up top. We recommend you use a clip remover tool, but you may also use a flathead. So you're going to want to start by marking the panels where you're going to cut. Next, cut about 1 inch off, test fit, and go from there until the panel fits right over with no issues. After that, put the 10mm bolt back into the lower part of the B-pillar, throw the seatbelt back on as well. Then finally, lift up both sides of the lower door trim and pop the side panels back in, and you're all good to go.
Alright guys, this is a finished product right here. As you can see, it's nice and stable. If you have any questions, comments, contact Cipher Auto at cipherauto.com, and thanks for watching.